What is a great book? What I want to show you in this class is that a great book is something that makes you fully human by revealing to you the secrets of the universe and the secrets of what it means to be human. Now, in school, you've been taught that a person comes from evolution, right? We evolved from monkeys. 99% of our DNA is that of a chimpanzee. And you're taught that the world is primarily materialistic. The world is what you can see, what you can observe, what you can measure, and that's it. And this is the great lie, the great deception that we teach you in school. And we know it's a lie, it's a deception, because everything that you've been taught in school, everything that you've learned here, that you will learn in university, in graduate school, in science, in life, does not answer a fundamental question. What is consciousness? Why do we see the world the way it is? How do we think? How do we have ideas? How do we communicate? You're not allowed to ask this question. And therefore, you're not allowed to ask the question, what does it mean to be human? What is human? Okay? And I will show you in this class that there are two aspects of being human. There is, of course, the material aspect. You have a body, but you also have a soul. Okay? You also have a soul that connects you to the spiritual or to the divine. Okay? And that's who you are. And the spiritual and divine, there's a spark inside of you that comes from God. And this spark is what allows you to love and to imagine. So being a human means to engage in two fundamental acts. The act of love, of loving someone, which allows you to unify with God. And the act of imagination, to expand your consciousness, which allows you to be God itself. Okay? Love is the unifying force of the universe, the God force. The imagination is the animating force of the universe. And this is the great secret of the universe. The universe is not material, it is conscious. It is consciousness itself. Okay? So this is a really hard concept to understand. Okay? So let's work through it slowly. Okay, so we have Immanuel Kant. And we'll read Immanuel Kant later on. Okay? And he's trying to figure out what reality is. How do we perceive reality? And his solution is this. He believes that the world is divided into reality itself, called the Noumena. Noumena just means the things in themselves, the objective reality. And then there is the phenomena. And what we do basically is that we perceive or we engage with the noumena and we translate it into the phenomena. The things in themselves become the things to us, the things that appear to us. And we do this by filtering the noumena through time and space. Okay? So our brains are constructed in a way that allows us to perceive the spiritual and turn it into material. So another man named Julian Jaynes, he is an American psychologist, and he takes this idea and he gives it a physical basis. Basically what he says is that our brains have both a right hemisphere and a left hemisphere. Okay, right, left. So what the right hemisphere does is it connects to the noumena, the things in themselves that we can never know, and then the left translates it into the phenomena. Okay, so this is a mechanism in the brain that does this. The right hemisphere gets all this information from the noumena, the spiritual, and then the left brain, for our eyes, for our senses, translates it into the phenomena. Okay, are we clear? All right, so another question then is, oops. Okay, so another question then is, what is the noumena? Okay, and this is a question that mystics, monks have been struggling with for all of human history. Okay, and so we can never describe the noumena because it is beyond space and time. It's beyond our capacity to describe it. So I can only explain to you metaphorically, okay? What the noumena really is consciousness. Consciousness comes from energy, vibrations, okay? So all the entire universe, it's vibrations. Vibrations carry information. Information becomes consciousness. All right, so let's metaphorically, what we say is there's a source called a monad, okay? The one, okay? The center of the universe, God. And how the monad works is through breathing, emanation. And this creates vibrations throughout the universe, okay? So the monad breathes in and breathes out. And this is the basis of the universe, these vibrational fields, okay? But through this process, this also creates other entities as well. Okay, and we call these the dyads. And so these are all the basic structure of the universe. And then the dyads create other forces as well, okay? And as the universe keeps on vibrating, the vibrations, the frequencies become slower, right? You go from high, ah, to low, om. And because it's going slow now, physicality, materialism develops. And this creates the material universe. Okay? But the thing to understand is that material is always connected to the spiritual. This entire force, the entire universe, it's all interconnected together. It's both everything and nothing at the same time. Okay? The problem, though, is that eventually our world is created. And then what happens is our world is materialistic and we have bodies. So our bodies are part of this material world, but our consciousness comes from the divine. Okay? Does that make sense? So our bodies are created through evolution, but our consciousness is created through the vibrations of the universe. Our consciousness is connected with the universe itself. All right, so another way we can understand this concept is imagine these people together, okay? You have all these people together. So how consciousness works is it's an infinite dimensional consciousness. So this is what happens, right? Your consciousness is expanding infinitely into the universe. As you can see, at one level, you are by yourself, okay? Your consciousness is unique to you. But at another level, at a higher level, it's that you're connected with someone else. And then you're connected to another person, okay? And you go on and on until you connect with everything. So within your consciousness, it's a capacity to connect with the entire universe. But it's really far, far away, okay?